All right, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Crypto World Evolution Software Training. Guys, we have these trainings every Tuesday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in the afternoon. And we also have one at nighttime, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to, reach out to everyone that is, part of the CWE software and, opportunity to share and get all the information out to make sure all of you guys that are international markets can get a chance to hop on here and also see the power and the strategies that some of us are using, and we want to share it with all of you as well. Now remember, there's no guarantees, but can we agree that if there's no guarantees, we're not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow, but can we agree that numbers don't lie, and I'm going to share with you my personal back office here this evening, and I'm going to walk you through the bots, and basically, if you're new, show you where and how to get your software set up and get all the information that you need as well. So we have a bunch of attendees on here tonight. Welcome, everybody. Super excited to have each and every one of you on here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen so you all can see what I'm looking at. So let me share my screen with you guys really quick. Let me know if you can see my screen. If you can type in the questions, that'd be perfect. You all can see that, I hope. Perfect. I was having trouble with this a little earlier today in our first webinar. Every time I would click and go live, it would kick me out of here and have me log back in again. I did it like 3 times. All right, everyone. Welcome tonight to the CWE software training. I'm going to be sharing with you, the basic overview, quick overview. We won't be on here long, but I want to make the value, that your time valuable for being on here this evening or morning, wherever you're tuning in from. All right, so the first thing, let me see if people can see this. Hopefully you can all see that. You should be able to. All right, so here we go, guys. So first things first, you come in here. I'm going to actually go back to where you log in. Okay, when you log into your CWE customer back office dashboard, to get to the new platform and the bots, you want to click on the yellow button where it says Trading Beta. Okay, that's where you'll be able to go in and set up the HPSI Pro, the master platform, and you'll be able to track those in there. Now, if you want to fire up a win-win and a regular HPSI, you want to go to the training center, which is right here at the blue button, or original back office. You just want to make sure that you come in here to start an HPSI 1.0 bot, and then you want to make sure that you go over here to the yellow button where it says Trading Beta. That takes you into our new platform where we have the HPSI Pro, the master platform, etc. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to actually go back here to the original platform. All right, because many of you might be new and many of you might have forgotten the power of our HPSI 1.0 bot. All right, guys, as we can see, Bitcoin is cranking right now, right? Bitcoin is fired up. You can see it here. It's moving pretty good. That's one thing that you want to keep an eye on for an HPSI bot. I know a lot of people in the past, kind of got stuck in some trades by following some people's, strategies that weren't working correctly. But let me tell you something. Bitcoin is cranking right now, as you can see here on my this is just a trading view chart that I look at to see what's going on. But Bitcoin is roaring at 73.82 right now. And one thing that you want to understand for the HPSI bot is that if you're not going to use it in a bull market, okay, or if you're not going to use it in a bear market, which I recommend that if you do use it in a bear market, be sure that you understand the coins that you're putting in there, okay? Because a lot of people got tied up in putting a lot of coins in that from the exchange into those bots, and then when the market tanked, all of a sudden, we weren't really looking out for that market to tank. It was going so great in January, February, actually the middle of January, it started to crash on us. And a lot of people were saying, oh man, the bots have me, stuck in this and that, and it's not the bot's fault. It's not the company's fault. It was just basically we weren't expecting the market to tank, right? I witnessed the bull run here and I witnessed the big dip because I came in here in the first week of January 6th to be exact. And, I witnessed a lot of those, the good and the bad. And I also had some bots that were in the red. So you definitely want to keep an eye on the HPSI bot. But when we get on this bull run, which I think it's starting to right now, we can all see Bitcoin cranking right now. You can see it's moving on an uptrend right now. If we go to the 1 hour, you can see this is flying on that uptrend. It's going pretty darn good. 7,300, it was just at 7,400. So I personally, and now there's no guarantees, I would start a HPSI bot with the 15 coins. Now, why do I just say the 15 coins? Because they're the 15 most powerful and popular coins that are out there, Litecoin, Dash. Okay, so let me go in here and I'm actually going to start an HPSI bot up for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Because a lot of you are, saying that the bot doesn't work, or, not saying it doesn't work, but kind of giving up on that bot. But we have to understand, when the market is not doing so hot, guys, you can't you just can't have the bot go and buy coins, which it's going to buy, coins because they hop on a rally. But those coins that maybe you entered in there don't have enough volume behind them to push through for the follow through. There's not a lot of people buying that coin, and that's where the bot got a good alert on it, good trigger, but the people didn't follow through with it, and then all of a sudden it tanked. So you have to be very careful on those coins. But when the market is in a bull run, guys, the bull run, these HPSI bots pop like popcorn. All right, it's very, very powerful. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's do the HPSI 1.0 on September. Today is September 4th, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, the exchange, let me just pop in here quick. Key, and I'm just going to show you what I mean. I'm just going to do 0.0. I don't know, just invest minimum. Let's do 0.03. All right, because I don't have much Bitcoin. I have a lot of Bitcoin out right now. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to refresh this. Okay, and now you see it right here. Here's the bot. So I'm going to go in here. All right, it has the 15 top coins, and I'm going to explain to you all why I personally do this. Now you can do whatever way you want to. I cannot tell you how to do this. I can't say, listen, I want you to go in here and go to, the exchange and put in 1,000 different coins. I cannot tell you to do that, nor CWE corporate can tell you to do that. It's a software company, guys. We're just giving you a tool to go use to the, your best ability, with all the training and support that we have with this software, guys. There's no reason why people should be, not understanding how these bots and software works. Okay, so why do I recommend these coins? And I'm going to show you exactly why. All right, so I'm going to put a stop loss in here. Okay, a stop loss is very, very, very important. And why do I say that? Is because Bitcoin can, we all know how Bitcoin works. It can do a 360 and all of a sudden shoot downward in a dip. Okay, so what I do here is, since I invested a little bit of money, 0.3, I'm going to put a 5% stop loss. All right, and I'm going to save it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why these coins are valuable in a bull run. Okay, and this is why we say choose the 15 coins. Well, I don't like Ripple. I don't like Litecoin. I don't like Neo or Stellar or ADA. Well, I'm going to show you and explain to you the strategies of why these bots come preloaded with the 15 coins, especially if you're new and you don't really know what the coins are, right? You can just come in here, start one. It comes with the preloaded coins. All right, but this bot here is not made to just set it and forget it. Okay, this bot needs to be watched. All right, and I'm going to show you what I do. Now you can do whatever you want. I'm going to click refresh to start this bot right now. I'm going to hit refresh, and we're already in 2 trades, Monero and Bitcoin Gold. All right, but I'm going to explain to you why I didn't add any coins or take any of these coins out of there. All right, so let's start off with the first coin, ADA. Why do I say ADA? Okay, let me go to a 15-minute candle here. So or 15-minute time frame. So you see what the pattern of Bitcoin's doing right now. It's going up, right? It's coming down, going up, coming down, going up. You see it here? So let me go over here to ADA, the very first coin. All right, ADA. What does ADA look like? All right, it's going up, coming down, going up, coming down. And right now it's going back up. So it's doing the pattern. Let me open this up to a 1 hour, you'll be able to see it better. Right, it's going up, coming down, going up, coming down, and now it's giving me alerts that it's ready to shoot up again. All right, because these top 15 coins, guys, follow. Look at the volume it's pumping. I mean, these candles down here, that's what you call volume. That's pumping, and that's the kind of coins I want to be trading in. And why is that? Because a lot of people are buying and selling that coin, so the fluctuation of the market, when the price goes up, it comes down, it goes up and comes down, but you can see it's going up, it comes up, comes down, goes up and comes down. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but if I scroll back here, look at this. It got in down here, shot straight up, right? So I'm just giving you guys an explanation of why it's very important to understand this, because the top 15 coins, guys, are always going to rally back with the movement of Bitcoin compared to a coin that really, we never heard of. Okay, let's go to the next coin. The next one is Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash was kind of tanking today a little bit, I think, but let's go check it out now. Let's go see Bitcoin Cash, BCC. All right, yeah, Bitcoin Cash is not really doing too hot right now. Let me blow this up a little bit. All right, which you can see it's doing okay. It's like but it follows the same trend. Look at this here. It has the same pattern as ADA did back here when I showed you the pattern a little bit ago, right? So you see it back here, it shot up, came down. So all of these top 15 coins, usually 90% of the time, run the same pattern as Bitcoin, okay? And that's why I want to show this with you. So you see up, down, you see it now, it's coming up again, the same thing ADA is doing. So this is why it's important. Let me go here to the next one is, I'm not going to go through them all, but just give you an idea. Let's go to Dash. All right, Dash is, I think Dash is cranking right now. Where's Dash? Dash, look at Dash. Dash is on fire right now. Look at the volume. You can see here's that big breakout, that same thing ADA had, the same thing Bitcoin Cash had. Now Dash has that. So you can see it's kind of running the same pattern as Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin again, right? Here's Bitcoin with that big run up, and you see what it's doing with the uptrend. They're trailing Bitcoin. When that bull run starts, guys, it's very important that you understand this, that you don't want to just come in here and choose these crappy coins and then get stuck, because that's why when Bitcoin gets on that run, it takes so much longer for these other altcoins to catch up, right? You're like, oh my God, altcoins tanking, but Bitcoin's rallying. But if you check out these top 15 coins that nobody likes to really look at, which maybe you do, but they are trailing it, and they'll catch Bitcoin a lot faster than these no-name coins. And that's why the bots have those 15 preloaded, because if you start up an HPSI bot and if Bitcoin would tank right now, those coins I have are definitely going to go into the red. And I'm aware of that, okay? But can we agree that I rather have Litecoin, Dash, Neo, Gas, all those top 15 coins go down in a dip, knowing that they're going to work and run with Bitcoin and make a run back when Bitcoin makes that rally again, because we're all in it for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, we're hoping Bitcoin keeps running, but those coins trail it, compared to like a Cloak or a Chat or a CDT or BST, those type of coins. You see what I'm saying? So they have a lot longer of a time frame to catch up to Bitcoin. All right, let me just show you one or two more here. Let me go to let's go to Litecoin real quick. Well, here's Ethereum Classic. Here's Ethereum Classic. Look at the same thing. There's that big breakout, right? And you can see it's going up, down, and now it's ready to break out again. But look at the volume. That volume is cranking, and that's what I like to see. And Ethereum, the same thing. Ethereum is tanking today. Tanked a little bit, but it got a little bit of a breakout here, right? But it has a lot of volume, but a lot of people aren't really into that. A lot of people are dumping it off. You can see the volume here that's in red. One more, Litecoin. real quick, then we're going to move on to the next. So I hope you guys are really understanding what I mean by this. Look at Litecoin, right? For example, here's Litecoin, right? Litecoin's kind of is maybe outproducing Bitcoin right now, or is really on its tail. There's that breakout. And now it's really on that uptrend here. It's coming down a little bit, but look at the volume, guys. Look at that volume. That is what you want to see. And that's why those 15 coins are preloaded in here for that reason. Let me just, let me do a refresh here. All right, so we're into three. We got Bitcoin Gold, we got NEO. All right, let's just check out NEO real quick. And then we'll move on. NEO, what's NEO doing right now? Just for an example. NEO, look at that. NEO's cranking right now. Right, look at that volume. Boom, boom. That's on a way up trend, and I'm on a 1 hour. Right, so that is moving pretty darn good. Right, so you know that's one thing that you want to just keep an eye out on for that reason. And usually the other one is Monero, XMR. Same thing. Look at that. Shoot up, break out, come down. It's a pattern it's running. Breakout, come down, breakout, come down, but the come downs, right? The dips are getting smaller. Okay, you see this real big one, then it comes down, it got smaller, went up, it came only down 2 red candles. Now it's going on that breakout again. Okay, so it reads a pattern. If you were somebody who wants to take a look at that to really understand why those coins the bot has chosen in there for those 15. So I really hope that helps you understand that and why we say, hey, listen, you know, choose the 15 coins, let them in there. Don't play around with them, because when Bitcoin gets on the run, I'm telling you, like it is right now, these coins here are really going to pop like popcorn. And I'll show you some of my HPSI Pro bots, or my HPSI bots from when I first started here, when the market was literally cranking. I thought it was a set it and forget it bot, guys, but there's no such thing as a set it and forget it here, except for, you know, the win-win, where you can just really, that wins all the time. Okay, but if I refresh this, let me just refresh this real quick. You can see these are coming down. We'll come back by the end of this webinar in about 30 more minutes. You know, these are going to be closed out. Okay, I just have a good feeling it's going to be. So let's move on. So I hope everyone understands that. So let's go back here to my robots, and I'm going to go to my deleted bots, and I'm going to pull up Bitcoin Bob. Where's Bitcoin Bob at? I'm going to show you. Let's see here. Bitcoin Bob was my very first bot that I started up here in January. And guys, I'm just showing these with you because people don't, you know, believe that the bots, some of you might just want a little more belief, right? The bots do work, but you know, this gives you a little more belief in the bots, because you're able to see what they have done, you know, for my personal results. I can't find that one right now. Let me see where he's at. Bitcoin Bob was my very first bot. I'm not sure where he's at, but anyway. Here's Bitcoin Paletti. Let's take a look at him. All right, so let's go back here to the very first day. I think it might have been January 6th. Okay, this was the 9th. I fired up another bot. All right, January 9th. Guys, now you can see the bots don't sell out unless you hit sell now. All right. All right, so you can see here, you know, Bitcoin, this was a bad timing right here, because Bitcoin started to come down. All right, you see Dash and Ethereum Classic here closed out. But I started to sell off here, you know, and I take a green whenever I can. If I log into my back office, whether it's my mobile phone or I'm on the computer, and I see a trade in a green, I'm taking a profit. You know, we can agree that if we get greedy, you know, greed never wins, right? So you can see here the percentages it was popping, 4.86. And here's one, I took a loss at 35.6%. So you might have some trades right now that are negative, but I don't like to see those, and I don't want to wait for XVG to come back around. So here's my philosophy on this, where I'm not telling you what to do. There's no guarantees, but what I personally do is I'll take this loss. Okay, if I click on this, I lost $26.28. Did I lose Bitcoin? Absolutely. When you sell a red trade, you lose Bitcoin. Okay, that's the only way you'll lose Bitcoin. Now, I could have left this bot alone. Okay, I could have let it go and, you know, just waited for the bull run to come around and just had it in there pending. It could have went to 80% down, but I didn't lose any Bitcoin if I hold that coin, it's no different than you buying a coin that someone recommends and saying, hey, listen, buy Ripple. Ripple's gonna, in the next 2 years, Ripple's gonna be, $1,000 for one coin. Right now it's a couple cents. Buy it now, right? So you buy that coin, Ripple tanks, okay, but you don't see the negative in your portfolio in Binance, okay? So you're not really thinking about it, right? You just know that you bought that coin and you're holding it in your wallet, okay? You put it in your bank account. It's like in a savings account. Well, guys, there's no different than this here. By you logging in here, it kind of maybe pisses you off, excuse my language, that you see this, but it's no different than you holding another coin. You do not lose Bitcoin, guys, unless you hit sell now. Okay, just remember that. It might not come back all the way to green, but we can agree if it comes back up to a negative 5%, then maybe you can decide if you want to sell it off and lose maybe $5 instead of, like, I lost $28, but I'm okay with that. Another thing I look at is like, okay, I'll take a loss here of $28 so I can free up that Bitcoin and have the bot put it in other trades and make up for that $28 loss. So I took a $28 hit here and I came back and the bot closed the next 3 for me, which might only be a couple dollars, $1.42. This one here is $2.75 and this one here is 92 cents, right? So out of 28 bucks, I got maybe, $4 back already out of that $28 hit. So I have a different mindset when it comes to that. Okay, instead of me sitting here having my Bitcoin tied up, I'll take a dump here. And that's why it's very good to use a stop loss, right? So if the coins are going to run, they're going to run. But if you use a 5% stop loss, you'd rather lose $10 instead of $28. Does that make sense? And you can't let your emotions get to you, because you just take that and say, hey, okay, listen, let's make up for it. The bot will get them on the next coins, make up for that little bit of loss. So the bot has to close a couple more trades out to make up for that loss. But can we agree, by everyone, if I would still see this in here, that would aggravate me personally, and I would have to sell it. All right, let's go to the next page. Here's another one, XVG. I sold that coin out 32%. Here's another $23 loss, right? But then I come back with a 12.48% green, 355, 414, 5%, 366. But then I took another loss, because here's when the market started to tank. Okay, so I didn't have a stop loss back then. When I got started here, these bots didn't have a stop loss. So I was coming in here and I seen that the market was kind of tanking, especially this coin here. I was getting out of it as quickly as possible. But I made up for it down the road. We have to look at long term. I would have never let it get this far if there was a stop loss. All right. So you can see here that I did take a little bit of a loss, 23%, 17 bucks. I personally lost some Bitcoin here. Did I make it back? Absolutely. Okay, so if you're sitting there saying, oh my God, I had $10,000 in my Bitcoin balance in Binance, it's now down to 5,000. I lost, $5,000 in Bitcoin. No, number one, the market tanked. You might have came in when Bitcoin was at $10,000 for one, and now it's down to, 70 whatever 100 it is. So the bots didn't lose it for you. You just lost the value of that Bitcoin because the market is down in value. When the market comes back up again, you're going to have that Bitcoin value rise up with it, and if you keep holding your coin. Okay, just so everyone understands that. So you can see here on the 11th, I'm just giving you an idea of what the bot does, when the market is, doing somewhat good. I wish I could find another one, but then here, I literally had to come in here and sell these out for a reason. And I want to break this down tonight. This is my main topic tonight for this, so you all understand. Okay. Now, if you're in here and you have an HPSI bot fired up, right, like I have, okay, and what happened to me is that I was over here and I go back and forth. I go from my exchange, back and forth over to the bots. And one day after I got started, I called Tony up and I said, hey, Tony, there's something wrong with my bot. Okay, because I was learning as I was going. So I was looking around. I'm like, man, why do I have BCD? Why does the bot have BCD pending right now? There was a pending here. I didn't sell it at the time. And then I would go over here to my balances and I would look and I'm like, why don't I have BCD over here in my exchange? There's something wrong here. Why is it showing in my bots and not here in my exchange? Well, you know, me being in the beginning, I had no idea how to even read the charts or know what trading was all about. So what I did was I kind of freaked out when I saw the big dump coming from Bitcoin, right? When it started to tank, because I got scared. I saw this value coming. I mean, this value, guys, was up over 25,000. You know, I only started with this exchange about $3,100, and I took out about 13,000 of just trading money. Okay, I took out about 13 grand already, but I started with like 3180, $3,100 in USD, and that ran up to over 25,000. Okay, now it's down to this. All right, but I know that you can't look at this value. This value here, the dollars, you cannot look at that, because when Bitcoin comes down, this changes every minute. Look, if I go up here, you see how that now it's 66.52. That is changing every single second, every single minute, and it's going with the market. So you cannot look at that. And the reason it's coming down is because the value of the Bitcoin in these coins here is coming down. This is only an estimated value, okay? If you add up the value of Bitcoin right here, if you take all these right here and add all these up, it's probably going to come out to more than what it's actually showing you here. This is just an estimated value, okay? So don't panic and say, oh, I lost Bitcoin. It's just because the market now, it's rallying pretty good. It's moving back. So you're probably seeing a lot of this start to rise again. But let me get back to my point here with the bot. So until we figured this out, it was kind of blowing my mind why that bot was impending in here and not there. Well, like I said, the coin started to tank, right? And what I did was, instead of me going into the bots and selling it out, this is my, I have another exchange too. This is my, I have two exchanges I use to trade in. So I came over here and I clicked on trade, and I went in here and I actually sold the coin from the exchange itself. Okay, because I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I just saw, oh man, trade. What does this mean? Trade. I got Bitcoin. I'm going to go in here, and I went and sold it. Okay, well, when you do that, that throws off the algorithm with the bot. So that bot has no idea that you've done that, okay, because it didn't register over here. So that bot just kept that coin going at negative 23%, 1170 of these top couple coins here. I had to go in there because once you do that, the bot is no good. Okay, it ruins the algorithm. You have to create a whole new bot. So I didn't realize that until, you know, I had to test it. I was working on it. I had to figure it out myself, but I'm just letting you all know that. So if you have a coin that you see in here that the bot is pending, and you go to your exchange, guys, and you don't see it in your portfolio here, more than likely you might have sold it out in here by accident or something without selling it out in the bot first. You might want to go, if you don't see it in here, and make sure that you check all of your balances, even the minimum ones, right? Scroll down until you see no coins, or all the way down here where there's nothing left, 0, 0, 0, and you still do not see that coin. You probably sold it out in here, and that bot is just, has it just lagging in there. All right, so if you go into here and sell it, it's going to disappear. Okay, so that's one point I wanted to share with you all tonight, because a lot of people, which I see when I get them on a Zoom and they show me their back office, and they're like, man, why are these coins showing in my bot and I don't see them in my portfolio and my exchange? Well, that's one of the reasons why. So that is very important tonight. I hope you wrote that down, just for a just for future, right? When you have other users coming in that buy the software, just make sure that you explain to them, you know, hey, listen, if you're going to sell a coin out, make sure you sell it out in the bot first, because if you sell it out over there in your exchange, the bot will not read that, and it's going to just show that it's tanking, but actually there's nothing there. It's just, you know, just like air, right? It's just going to keep, you know, just hanging out at the negative 23.27%. I hope you all understand that. I wanted to share that with you all. All right, so this was one of my bots, 83, it closed out. I wish I could find the other one, but that's how the HPSI works, guys. And you can see here that it was, you know, the 15 coins that at that time were in here. And I just took one out just to stop the bot. I have all these ones paused from the beginning. Okay, so that is the HPSI. Let's go check the one out I started here. And let's see if I'm going to refresh it. And all right, we're under, you know, still in here, which is basically the trading fees. All right, so so here's another tip I'm going to share with you. Okay, when the bot is 100% used up like this. So that means it took my 0.03 Bitcoin and it has it in all of these 3 trades, which is not a lot, which is, it's okay. All right, so each bot here has $73 invested in it. Okay, so those 3 coins add up to 0.03 Bitcoin. The whole bot is used up right now. Here's what I do. Okay, and this is why you can't, these bots you just can't set and forget. When I see this is used up 100%, I come up here and I delete all these coins out of here. Okay, because I don't want the bot to buy anymore at this time. All right, because these coins are doing good right now, they're ripping, but an hour or 2 later, okay, they might take a turn. Bitcoin decides to make a dip here on this bull run. I don't want to take away the profits that these 3 are going to get. Okay, so I just delete them. So when I delete them, instead of I could come over here and I could pause the bot. Okay, I could just come back here and click on stop buy. Okay, but I like to let that on so I can see that, hey, listen, this is a bot that I was messing around with, so I don't lose track of my bots. I just let that show, because when I log in here, oh wow, this bot's active right now. I can just go in here and I can see that I deleted the coins out, and then I can just reevaluate the market condition. Okay, then I can just come over here and see what it's doing. Wow, okay, Monero's still doing good, but I don't look at the individual coins. I come here, or you can go on Coin Market Cap and see what Bitcoin is doing, right? So Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin's still doing good. It's not really looking like it's on a downtrend. So I would load those 15 back up again into that bot. But I wait until that's 100% when all the trades are out, which might take a couple minutes, and then I delete them out of there. Okay, because can we agree that it only takes a couple minutes to come in here and just pump in these 15 coins again, right? Monero, you basically know what the coins are, XM, Monero, and just keep going, gas, right? So you can add those 15 back in there, but I like to reevaluate. This is what I do personally. It might take a couple minutes, but can we agree taking a couple minutes can help benefit and maximize your Bitcoin profits when you do it this way, instead of just coming in here and letting this go for a couple days at a time. When people say to put in the whole entire exchange, where you come back in and you look, oh my God, it's a bloodbath. Okay, because these coins that the bot got a read on, it broke out, but there wasn't enough of oomph behind it to get it enough to where the bot can actually sell off in a profit of 1% or higher, and then it tanks. Okay, so this is why it's important that I leave the 15 coins in there on a bull run. Now, when there's a bear market and you really want to run this bot, it takes a little more strategizing to look at the market and see which coins have the higher volume and that kind of thing. Okay, but that's why we have the HPSI Pro right now that does all that for us by using the drop percentages, etc. So I hope you're all with me on the HPSI Pro to help understand and explain this, because this is very, very important. This bot is a powerful, powerful bot, guys. Don't lose faith in this bot. This bot here, I'm telling you, is powerful. All of our software bots are powerful. All right. So that is the HPSI bot. So just thought I wanted to touch base on that tonight. So hopefully you got a little bit of pointers out. If you did, type in the questions just to let me know that you got a lot of value out of that part of the training tonight. And if you didn't, that way I know for next time not to talk about that. But I think it was very important. If you could just drop a message in the questions just to let me know, that'd be perfect. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. All right, the hybrids. While we're over here, I'm going to go to the hybrids. Guys, the hybrid bot is one of my favorite. The HPSI Pro came in here and it kind of, made me lazy, right? Before I was, always up and looking for the next coin to hop on and really load up on and wait for it to do its thing. The HPSI Pro kind of made me a little lazy, where I can just come in there, set up a company strategy, and just let it ride. So I got bored. I'm just going to be honest with you. I got a little bored, because I was like, okay, I said it. I'm waiting for the drop now, because I'm used to fast. I like fast paced, and I'm sure we all like fast paced, but you have to be controlled and really not get too overexcited. So what I did, it kind of calmed me down a little bit, but I love the hybrid bot. And why do I like the hybrid? Is because we can take a coin one coin, okay, and put on what we can afford to lose, of course, in investing in one coin. So how the hybrid bot works, guys, is that you can choose one coin. Okay, it's basically one coin at a time. Okay, let me just choose Binance. Okay, I'm going to select the coin. So I'm going to show you live here just by going off of the readings here. Let me just go back here real quick and let me see what's going on here. All right, let me just take a quick glance here, and I'm gonna fire up a hybrid bot real quick. Let me go in here and check out one more coin. Dash, and let me go to gas. Gas was cranking earlier. Let me see if I can catch gas. All right, let's see. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose a coin here. Really quick. So if you get a recommendation, we give out recommendations. The company sends them to our mobile app. And there's also a recommendation that is not associated with CWE. It's called Top Notch, who does recommendations as well. So, you know, it's just an extra third party where if you want to get more recommendations is great. Where you can also look into that. Let me look at Ripple. So these coins are at the bottom. All right, so Monero's still cranking. So that's good. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fire up Monero. Monero. All right, so I'm going to go over here to this is how you set up an hybrid bot. I'm going to choose Monero. All right, XMR, I'm sorry. Come in here, click that. All right, so now if you get a recommendation, okay, so what if you're saying, well, Justin, I don't really know any coins to pick. Well, that's okay. That's why there's recommendations from the company. And you can also, if you have a third party that you're using already or a friend that says, hey, you know, this coin's going to run today. But you can also look at the chart here. Look at Monero's cranking right now. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to just fire up. Now, I don't care what the price of that coin is right now. I just want to get in it because I know it's running. I'm going to, you know, I come in here. I'll put a 3% stop loss. I'm going to invest. I don't even know how much I have left. Let me see here. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to invest. You can do the minimum of 0.005. I'll do the minimum. And I'm going to click Add Hybrid. I'm done. You can do that from the mobile app as well. All right, look, I'm in a Monero already. I gave out a couple recommendations earlier. So Monero is already at 146. So it's running pretty good, and I'm in it again. 147 it's at. So basically, that's all you can do for that. If you get a recommendation, you come in there, put in what you want. All right, so now it says pending. Okay, but I'm still in that. I'm in that trade. I bought that coin at that price of what I got it at. So you might be thinking, well, I refreshed it. It's still not in effect. Well, it is in effect, and I'm going to show you how you can tell it's in effect. If you come over here to your exchange that you've chosen for that coin, if you go to order history, it's going to show me that, let's see here, it's going to show me that I bought Monero right here. I think that's the one. Hopefully, unless I didn't get in it right now, it might be on a run where it didn't get in. Okay, so sometimes it might not pick up right away, but when it does pick up, sometimes it'll just say it's pending, but it actually, until it gets connected to the bot, registers it, it'll already be into effect in here. So it looks like it's not really in effect yet because it's on a run right now. Okay, so what that means is that, hey, the bot's waiting. Now you can cancel this if you want to. If you cancel now and get out of it, you can do that. It won't cost you any money to cancel out. But I know that it's running right now, so I'm going to just wait a couple more minutes, but I can get out of that coin if I really wanted to and just cancel that out. So since I'm in here, right, you see a 142, it's dropping a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to sell that coin, right? You know, if you come in there and log in, now you can use on your mobile app. You know, I can go to, let me hop in here and go to the mobile app. You know, where you can use that on the go, right? So you don't always have to be sitting on a computer. So this is the mobile app part of it right here. You know, this shows you exactly what the mobile app is, the hybrid orders. You can come in and set one up. So I sold that one out. It was at 142%, but the bot will get us as much profit as possible. Look at it. It actually sold at 1.92. So from 1.42 to 1.92 is pretty good. I didn't have much on that, but I earned, you know, $4.05. in Bitcoin, all right, which is not bad, right? So you see how the bots work. Now this one here is still processing. Okay, so that means it's cranking right now to go from 142 to 192. You know, it's on a run and the bot's not letting me in it right now. So that means what I can do is I'm going to come over here, and I can't do it from here. I'm going to come into my, let's see, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cancel that off. Okay, what happens when I cancel is I hit cancel. All right, and I'm going to refresh it and it's going to disappear. So that means that it's not into effect. I canceled it. Now, just to make sure, you know, I like to just double check. If I go to my Binance account and I'm going to check on open orders, okay, to see if it bought anything. Open orders, nothing there. So I'm good on that. So that you understand, these bots are very, very smart, okay, because it didn't get in there because it was on a rally. All right, I sold it and it's gone. So I'm not in that trade. Now I wait for the next one. But we can agree that, you know, I came in here and I looked at that. You can look through your mobile app. Everyone's addicted to the mobile app, right? You come in there, you want to see how your hybrids are doing. You can also see your automatic robots in here as well. I can come in here and here, oh, wow, I have my HPSI bot live in action. I can click on this blue button and I can see it right here. Click on orders. I can see what it's doing, right? So you can check it out. You can check out everything right on the mobile application. How great is that? You don't have to be in front of a computer. You can be anywhere in the world and open up that app and see what's going on with your bots and control them here. If you want to take a sell now, you can sell now, right? If you want to just check everything out, you can look at it all right there. Pretty exciting. Back to the hybrid bot, guys. The hybrid bot is one of my favorites because you can actually do very well with this. Now, this one here, this bot here takes the most work to really to pay attention to. All right, but once you have that coin in the actual hybrid bot, okay, you know, the bot's going to do the rest. Okay, it's going to close it out for us, and we can actually set, okay, how much percentage we want from that trade. Okay, what do I mean by that? Over here on the left, you see where it says Pro Features. If I click this now, if you're new to trading and you're just learning, I recommend you do not touch this button until you get with somebody and really get educated on how this works. Okay, so if I really want to, I can click this button, and this is for the hybrids. So this is what you call a stop profit percentage in the hybrid orders. So in hybrid order, you can choose the minimum percentage at which your order will be closed at a profit, and you can still sell it manually if you want. So if you know a coin's going to rally, if you get if you're a trader and you say, hey man, Bitcoin's taking off right now, these coins are going to rally. So instead of you setting up one bot at a time, because when these bots close out, okay, this stopped. All right, but I still have a couple that are pending right now, right? There's still a couple I have pending. This one here tanked on me a little bit, but I still have a few that are, you know, pending right now. Most of them, you know, I closed out. All right, so when these bots, so this one closed out, no more trades. Okay, so when I want to start up another one, I have to come in there and go to a new hybrid. But here's the key, and here's why this is a powerful, powerful bot. Back to the pro features. If you know a coin, you know, if you kind of get a hint and, you know, Bitcoin's running, but you can see if you're one of the people that watch it, or if you don't watch it, you can just take the recommendations from the mobile phone, clicks of a button, guys, and you're in. That's how simple this is. So don't overcomplicate it. So I'm going to choose this. I understand the risk of enabling. I'm going to enable the pro features. It's enabled. I come back to my hybrid orders. Okay. Now, every pending order that I have in a hybrid has a 3% stop profit set. If I click here, you can see my stop profit is 3%. This is why it's very, you know, you need to be educated on this first, you know, before you actually use this. And why do I say that? Because if you enable that, now what this is telling the bot, hey, listen, do not close out this trade until it hits 3% profit or higher. Now we can agree that's a little risky, right? You know, because we all like these 1% profits. But if you know a coin's going to run, like this one here, I actually sold this one at 5.64 and it was still running. Okay, and I had my stop profit at 3%, which I got almost $20 in profit off of one coin in a matter of like an hour. Okay, but I just sold it. I'm like, hey, I'm happy with that. I'll sell it. All right. But if I would have had this not set on a stop profit, the bot would have probably closed it out if it would have took a dip around maybe 2.5% to 3%. So I got an extra 2.64% out of that by having my stop profit set at 3%. All right. So this is very important, and we can do this for like an advanced training on that of how that works. But so that's what I'm doing right now. So I told this, hey, listen, don't close it out if it hits 2% or higher. And I log in here and I'm like, oh crap, this is at 2%, and I see it dropping a little bit. I'm just going to hit sell now. 2% is great, right? So this is very important that you understand how that works. Okay, we're going to move on to okay, let me finish out here. I'm losing track here. So let me explain to you why this is powerful. If you just want to come in here and you don't want to mess around and say, okay, I'm not really into looking at the charts or anything like that, here's what I recommend. The win-win. Okay, that win-win, we have a win-win, regular win-win that you need at least 0.175 in your exchange to run that at micro trades. We have a win-win 2.0 that runs off of 1 Bitcoin that really, gets you more of a percentage back. All right, but it just takes it, micro trades it, but it invests a little more into Bitcoin and Tether. And we also have a win-win alt where you can choose an altcoin that trades with Bitcoin. Okay, and you can actually set one up for a 0.175 that just micro trades, and a 2.0, which actually you put 1 Bitcoin in your exchange and it micro trades that and gets you more back in percentages. But here, if you're one of those people that are aggressive and really want to maximize this, okay, you can set up the HPSI Pro, which you can go in there and choose your own strategy, or you can choose the company strategy and just let it go. When it goes through the strategies, guys, I have not seen one HPSI bot for myself lose. Okay, and I'm going to show you those next. I have not seen one lose. Okay, so as that bot is running on the back end here, I don't have to really babysit that bot. Okay, it's going through its strategies and it'll keep running their strategies. So while that's making me Bitcoin on the back end, it's compounding all that Bitcoin, it's trading and earning me, Bitcoin and profits. No guarantees, of course, but this is my personal profits. What happens to me may not happen for you, but numbers don't lie. So now as that's going on, I'm coming over here and I'm playing some hybrids, right? I'm going to Top Notch and I'm seeing what recommendations from the Telegram group. I'm getting messages from CWE on their recommendations that are coming in. I'm like, wow, CWE is on fire right now. Their recommendations are hot. You can get them over here, which you see. This is very important as well. You see the recommendations coming in, and these are all expired. So never come in here and choose one of these coins because they have expired. When you get the alert, it'll automatically send you to your mobile phone. But if you happen to be on a computer, it'll show up here in blue. You just copy that price and take it over to your hybrid and set it up. But these here, guys, if you go back to the very end and you look up these coins, if you're really analytical like I wanted to see how they were doing. And I'll tell you what, about 90% of these have closed in a profit, green. Now there's no guarantees, but they should give us the information to go back and check and see what that coin has done at the buy price, the date. All right, and I go back and see, okay, what Poe was doing on this time period. All right, so they said the buy price was 358. Wow, it's up here at 398 right now. So that was a great profit. So you can go in here and check that out. But while the back end's working with the automatic bots, you can come over here and play hybrids if you want to. And it's fun to play the hybrids because number one, you have to have this mindset. When you want to come in here and you're like, I'm aggressive, you want to earn Bitcoin, and you have Bitcoin, you have, never invest money you're not, you can't afford to lose. So if I want to come in here and I'm like, wow, I got a good read on Dash, I'm going to come in here and put 0.1 or 0.5 or half a Bitcoin on just this one trade. And can you imagine when it closes out at 1.92%? That's probably almost $100 in one trade in profit. All right, and it might close out right away if you got a good read on it, but at least you know that you got insight and information on that coin where you can say, all right, I feel comfortable putting this much on there and letting it go, okay, and just letting the bot do its thing. Because number one, we know the bots never ever close out in a red trade. Okay, it only closes out if it's 1% higher or more, 1.5% profit or higher. So by you getting a hint on these, top volume coins that are moving a lot, these are down 1%. But if I refresh, they're not down that much. They're moving back and forth. So if I put a half a Bitcoin on ADA, or if I put a half a Bitcoin on XRM, that would have got me probably more than $4. It might have would have got me $45. Okay, and then you can do that again. Okay, well, I got another recommendation here. I'm going to put 0.1 on here and let it run. But you can see the power of this, guys, and this is where I can do well. But you have to understand this. I have the back end with the automatic bots going on, so it's just something to think about. And it's really, really powerful that we have all these options in here to really take advantage of and maximize this software, guys, because I'll tell you what, there is no other software in this entire industry that can do what this bot does, or this software does. I'm just telling you. Now, hey, I take some losses here. I had a 3% stop loss. This is when the market was pretty bad in the middle of August. I was just testing out. I was testing some new strategies out. So yeah, I sold some out here, but these were just testing out. I'll check this one out. Tron kind of ticked me off. I lost $65 in Bitcoin here. Okay. Now I chose to do that. Am I okay with that? Absolutely. Now, does it, suck? Yeah, it sucks, but I made up for that. Okay. So I lost 65 there and I won. I got back, pretty much here going through. These are just small losses on minimum. $3 is, $22. So I'm not afraid to go in and take a loss like that. Okay. That's just me personally, because these are trades that I didn't share with anybody. These are trades I was just testing some strategies on, but I'm okay with that. So the number one thing, guys, where you can do is if you get some, numbers don't lie, and you can see what I'm not bragging here, guys, but I just want to let you know the other bots that we have here that maybe you never tested or maybe you never tried before. Okay, these are very, very, very powerful. All right, if I come over here to here, I can show you what I mean by that. Now I'm going to move on next. I know we got about 10 more minutes here. I'm going to click on show all. And when I really started to learn how to do this, guys, I'm going to show you what I was able to do and what this bot does. Okay, these bots will run with, a lot of these people say, maybe you're thinking, well, will a bot run with a coin if it gets on a rally? Well, hell yeah, it will. Look at these percentages, 49%, 25%, the bot completed. I didn't sell them. The bot did. So if I go through here and show you all of my hybrids, now I'm not showing this to impress you. I'm just showing you this of how powerful our software is. If you never took a look at the hybrid bot and the aspect and the power of this here, when you know what coins and get some recommendations, right? Numbers don't lie. I mean, look, I even sold some out, but these here is pages, guys, of my. And I didn't even know how to trade until I taught myself. And I'm okay with looking at the computer during the day because this is what I do full time. I sit at home in front of my computer. I work my online business and I just watch the charts. And if I see a coin coming off, I got an alert. I'm going to, share it and help people out. Now you can take it or leave it, but I want everyone to be able to, take advantage of this. But there's no guarantees, right? So a coin might tank, and that's just how the market is. But you can see that the power of this bot is powerful if you get the right coins to choose. So, I mean, this here's pages, guys, and pages, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not showing this to brag. I'm just showing you this of what is capable of just one of our bots in this software. I mean, this is pages. I can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling of profits that, I even sold out. They could have went higher, but, it's pretty darn exciting when you can see how powerful this bot is, right? So I'm going to scroll over here really quick, and I'm going to go to the HPSI Pro, and then we're going to wrap this call up. So let me come over here to the trading beta. It's 10:56. I like to keep these under an hour. Let me come over here to the HPSI Pro bot. We have the simulation, guys, where you can do some back testing. Now, the strategies that I've used here, are kind of crazy strategies, which I was just testing out, because when you run a simulator, it's all play money. It's all demo where you can back test, you know, from certain dates. If I go in here, I can say, I wonder what the market, wonder what my strategy would have done back in November September 1st to August, to whatever this is, January, February, March, April, till May 1st of 2018 with a 12, 30, 20 with if I would have invested 1 Bitcoin, right? So I click save and I would just, you know, run the numbers and it brought me 50%. So you might be thinking, well, what good is back testing, Justin? Why does that help you with what's going on right now? Because you can actually back test this up to 9 months, okay, and see what the bot would have done, and you can kind of compare it to the market if you want to do this. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just an option they're giving us as a tool inside of the bot. So I can click on the details and go in here and say, oh, wow, on January 2nd of 2018, or February 1st, I think it's backwards, right? Or January 1st, you can see that, oh, wow, it closed out a final profit on these days of 2.88%. Well, what did it buy? It bought 2 coins, okay? It bought gas and XLM. It closed out. That's what that would have happened on those days. You know what I mean? So you can go through here and see what exactly would have happened. And there's 2 pages, right? 2 pages of all profit during that time using that strategy. So imagine if CWE would have had, you know, this bot back when the market was. So now we're getting ready, guys, for a bull run. So just imagine when we get back on these runs again with the bull run, these bots are going to be crazy fire. Whether it's a bull market or a bear market, the HPSI Pro, guys, is powerful. And I'm going to explain to you why I know that and why do I think that. Okay, but this here is just what you can do is you can come in here, you can see some of the, you know, the things I was testing. I got back 100% on a 15.51. Now these numbers are kind of a little bit crazy, but I was just, you know, it's all paper trading testing, and you know, 153% on a 15.51, but it's just testing it out, right? There's 6 pages of this if I would have ran this strategy back at that time, but it's just something that you can test out. And if you don't really want to learn how to do it, no big deal. You don't have to worry about it. You can just choose the company by a click of a button. And then when you're satisfied and you say, okay, so I got let's see here, I got 100% here on a 15.51 on these dates from November 4th, 2017 to August 4th, 2018. So you can go back 9 months on a 15.51 on a 0.5 Bitcoin. And you wanted to take this one here, and you can take it over to send it right to a HPSI paper trade. Now, what's a paper trade? A paper trade, guys, is somewhere where it's still demo, but it's going to go with the current market condition and give those, it's going to show you the profits of what your settings are here that you put in, of what it would do right now in the current market condition, which is also powerful. So if I go over to paper trading, you can see here that, okay, if you send one over, you'll see it over here where it'll be either it'll wait for the drop. You'll see the one that you named and put over here. But you can see I'm just testing some crazy strategies out here that I send over here. But you can see what it would have done during the current market. Now this one here, you have to come in here, and there's not just one button to refresh. You have to actually click on all of them to refresh. It's just because of the servers. All right, you just can't push one button. So you just come in here and just click in the middle on those arrows, and it'll just refresh to see what's going on. So if I click on refresh on all these, now remember, these are all practice bots. This is all, you know, fake money. But you can see, guys, there's not one losing, except for the first one, which I just started, which is in the trades. There is not one bot, even in a paper trade, that is losing right now. 263, $12.84. And you can see that, you know, here's some at minimum investment, but you can take it live right here if you're happy with what it brought back. Okay, so $8.34 and a 2.26% profit. That's a great percent, right? All the numbers add up. Here's if I would invest at 1 Bitcoin in a 333, you know, I would have got back that. But you see that there's still some negatives, but it still pulls off a profit. Look at this. Here's one that one page, this bot closed it all, right? All in green. Can we agree that on August 16th, the market was literally crap? You know, a couple weeks ago, the market was really bad until just recently. So you can see where I tell people, hey, this bot is okay in a bull or bear market because it has to go through its strategies. when the drop percentage hits, when the activated coins hit. If you don't understand this and really want to learn it, you go to CWEuniversity.com. It explains everything step by step of how these bots are programmed. Okay, over here, you know, hey, I'm down. If this would be a live Bitcoin, I'm down $12.90. If I click on it and see why, all right. So here, I actually sold some out of here. All right, I wanted to just keep it moving because it bought 2 coins. I probably sold a lot out of here just because it's a practice trade. Here's 1.74. The bot closed them all. Right. It's kind of it's 5% is kind of enough. Like I said, I'm just doing tests here. These here are not really something I'm live with, and I'll show you my live ones, and then we're going to end this call. So you can see I'm down $12, and why? I go here and I'm like, okay, this one here is negative 680, but it's Bitcoin Gold, you know, which should run. If not, you know, it'll come back, so I don't have to worry about it because the bot will, you know, it's just a low drop percentage. Where you see over here, I have a 12. Here's a 111, which is $72 up on one Bitcoin, which is kind of really risky. So it started on 827 and it's still in effect. And you can see that when you do riskier stuff like that, you get caught in some big heavy trades. Now, this is something I put a 111, which I don't recommend. I just wanted to see what it would look like if I've done that. But look at, you know, here are the trades that are in red. Now, I'll give them time to come back around. But look at the ones the bot did close out and got me a profit. Okay. So I'm still $72 if I would have this live, would have got me in Bitcoin. But look at these percentages, guys. Look at these percentages at the end of August on the 27th. Can we agree that 6,923, 684, 688? Guys, I didn't even see these percentages when Bitcoin was rallying in my HPSI bots that I showed you in the beginning from when the bull run was happening. And this is only the start of the bull run. Just imagine, guys, look what it's doing now in kind of a bad market on the 27th. It just turned around here in the beginning of September of what these bots, sorry about this, I have the magnify on my Mac here up there. That's why it's showing. That's why it shows this. But you can see that, hey, I'm caught here in a couple. You know, if I would sell this off right now, I could sell this off, sell it. I could sell this one off. This is play money. I can sell them off. I can sell this off. You know, I could sell all these off. I mean, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sell all these off, which I can just come back here. I'm going to just show you something, how this works, which it doesn't matter. It's play money, but to see how much this bot would still profit. If I close all transactions right now, okay, now it's all being closed. I'm going to refresh. Now this might drop a little bit from $72 down to, you know, I'm not sure what it would drop to. I'm just, you know, testing it out. So if I come in here, it's going through the process really quick. Okay, I'm down $2 right now. Let me just upload this. It's 5 after, guys. I got to get going, or I could talk to you all night. But I just want you really to understand how powerful this is. Oh, I'm up 71, right? So let's see what we got in here. Are they all completed? Not yet. It's going through. Still refreshing. Let me just close again. Right. So we'll come back to that. But you know, you can come in here. You can paper trade it, take it live if you want to. Invest a Bitcoin that you want to go live with, you know, and you can also choose the coins you want. You know, here I click on coins, is 16 coins, which you can see is the top really 16 coins in here. You can add as many as you want as well, and you can also choose the coins that are recommended by the company there, right? Pretty exciting, guys. I'm going to go to my live ones here really quick. Let me just see the status. Yeah, we'll come back to that and we'll see what it ended up with. But anyway, let's go to live. So if you come to live, guys, look at this. Now, these are all waiting for a drop, but these are all live. All right. And there's not one loser. Can we agree? We got a 40. Now, look at this is minimum. I want you all to see that these are minimum investments here. So you don't have to have a lot of Bitcoin in the bots. Okay. You see here that this here is 0.05, you know, $47, 6.2%. Now this one here is a negative 0.69% profit, but it's still got $56. It's still in the good. But look at these investments. It's really minimum. All right. Down here, here's another one, $30. Minimum investment, 0.05, 0.05. So I do this just so I show you guys that, hey, you don't have to have one Bitcoin in here to, you know, have these bots working. But I have not seen one of these lose for me personally yet, because they're so programmed, intelligent, that these software, guys, is hands down lights out. So like I was saying before, you can have this on the back end and still do your HPSI bots when Bitcoin's rallying. You have the win-win bot, you got the the hybrid bot, you got the master platform bot, and that's more for experienced traders using indicators and that kind of thing. But anyway, you know, it's very, very powerful of what you can do with this software, and there's so much more to come. And if you really want to know how to learn how to figure out the drops, guys, you can just click on this tutorial right here, or go to CWEuniversity.com. It explains everything for you in there as well. You know, the master platform is something where it's more for experienced traders, you know, where you can come in here and really choose some indicators and your own strategies if you want to. And you can see here that, you know, this here is no joke, but you really have to know I got 55 orders. I closed 7 myself, but look at this, you know, and this is only minimum 0.5 and 0.005 in the coins. But, you know, this is no joke either. Look at this. Look what the bot closed out here, guys. Unbelievable, right? And I closed a couple out, right? That, but this is insane. Now, I still have some pending, and I got some decent ones in here, but I also had a 5% stop loss in the beginning. But I'm like, nah, I'm going to let this run because I feel pretty good about my strategy that I put into this bot. So the indicators I had set. So then I turned off the 5%, which these are coming back. I had some that were actually down 12% here, but they're coming back around, you know. But the indicators that I have set on here bought the coin pretty frequently because the indicators that I set, you know, were triggered from that coin, right? So it's pretty powerful when you can come through here and get 3 pages of full green and be up over $400 in profit off of, you know, a 0.5 investment in 0.005 per coin, which we can agree that is pretty impressive. All right, so that's it, guys. Let me just go back here and just give you a brief overview quick here of the HPSI Pro, that paper trading here. I'm going to refresh this. I'm still at $71. It's waiting for the recovery. So it's going right back into trading because this here, like I said, is a crazy strategy. Okay, I wouldn't recommend that for anybody, but I'm just testing it. So let me just see what it would have got here. So it closed out all of these orders, right? I closed all those out. All right, you can see them here. It closed them out. The rest are green. Okay, and I'm still, I only lost a total $1. So you see that I lost $1. It was at 72 bucks. I'm at 0.99%, and now it's waiting for recovery. It's going right back into trading because, like I said, this is a crazy strategy, but I'm just testing it out. So that is still not bad. So I sold them all, still got that. All right, let's go to the hybrid quick and see what they're doing. And then we're going to end this call, guys. I appreciate your time. Look at this. We got, you know, 0.38. We got Dash here in green, and the others are just still hovering around right now. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys hopping on here. Make sure to keep tuning into these. I like to cover a lot of information, but sometimes I get a little carried away and drag on. But it's something that you all should really consider, you know, tuning into these. We also have the opportunity calls every week as well, you know, where you can invite some guests on. But guys, this here is powerful because everyone needs to understand how the bot works. Everyone has to really understand, you know, the key things on this. And if you don't really understand this and somebody sold you the software and you can't get a hold of them, guys, feel free to message, you know, one of us, you know, message support in the back office to get your questions answered. You know, follow up with myself or anybody here. We are here to help you. Or you can go to CWE, all right, CWE University, all right, CWEuniversity.com, all right, and you can see everything right here, from how to download the mobile app. This is our tutorial, how to buy Bitcoin, where to set up a wallet, how to register, how to install your mobile app. Everything is in here. The exchanges, also the trading bots, you know, the win-win HPSI Pro. How does it work? It's all explained to you step by step right here. Step 1, waiting for the drop. Stage 2, Guys, we have everything right here in our university. Step by step, it explains to you how the bot's programmed, what it does, how to figure it out, what to do. Everything is in here. Please don't slack on this website right here, because it has everything. Our back office. If you want to, invite others to this software that can benefit from it, that wants to compound and get their, crypto that's just sitting in a wallet, and have them compound it with the software. Over here, it shows you how to invite a new ISP, how to get one started with the software. Everything is right here, guys. So please don't hesitate on that. It's very, very, I'm not even showing that to you. Everything is right here. Do not hesitate on going to cweuniversity.com to see all this stuff right here. Very, very powerful. So guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. God bless. Have a good night, evening, morning, wherever you're tuning in from. And I'll look forward to seeing all of you on the next one, next Tuesday. Make sure you bring your team. But if you have any questions between now and then, feel free to reach out to one of us. Thank you all very much, and have a good evening.